Welcome to COMM-LINK. Today, Yeti and I are talking GATAC. We just got our first look at the Syulen alien starter ship, so let's get into it. Yeti, this thing looks beautiful. Well, I mean, that's just my initial first impression. Where you at?
I'm speechless because this whole time we've been starting off with these human, very, very familiar shapes and colors, and obviously this is completely different. This is pushing the bounds of this is creative. This is going out there. I mean, that's just I gotta stop talking because obviously I'm gonna be blabbing on about this is different. This is cool.
Yeah, the designers definitely. They basically said in the Inside Star Citizen video, like, they saw the concept for the ship and they're like, I have to do this. Like, you could tell their passion lit up and they just ran with it. Yeah,
I mean, that goes back to why I love this game, because you have people, I mean, there's a passion and it shows
Absolutely.
in this ship. It really does. You said it perfectly. Their eyes lit up when they said, I want to do that. And when I was watching the initial videos, that was, I mean, this is why I'm in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to go over some of the preliminary specs for this ship, obviously these are all subject to change. We don't have any official numbers yet. But the stats that we're seeing so far seem to be somewhat reasonable expectations. A couple of things we know for sure. Basically, this is a starter ship. It will be cargo focused, so it's not going to be super heavy on combat, but judging by its maneuverability in the video and its firepower in the video, it looks like it would be capable of holding its own in a fight. It's basically going to have 3 size 3 hard points. It's only a crew size of 1, which I find it a little surprising that there's no co-pilot, but I mean, it is a starter ship, so
it's a starter ship, right?
It's not that surprising.
This is going to easily surpass a lot of the starter ships, I think.
Oh yeah.
Other than it being, I mean, what you said, it's got 3 size 3 hard points. 3. That puts it on par with the Gladius and firepower, and it's got, if I got this right, it's so far we're looking at 12 size 2 missiles. Is that
that is correct.
That's
a lot of missiles.
Basically puts you on par with the Gladius. I think the problem you run into with it, obviously, with that is that it's not a ship built for fighting.
True, but it looks like it can take on a fight.
It looks like it definitely do that.
Yeah. The main thing I would really be concerned about, though, is its cross section in a fight. Like it's big for a starter ship, and it's a big old monolith of a brick. Like it's a skyscraper, essentially. Yeah. A very small skyscraper.
It's a mini city. Well, I mean, it's a mini. This is a New York apartment with wings. Okay, right. This is what this is. Everything's compacted inside in a small space. Not so uncomfortable, mind you. When I was watching the footage and the concept, I was like, okay, that's really cool that they were able to fit that much.
Right. Yeah, they really did squeeze a lot into a very small space. Case in point, the very, very creative bathroom design that they did.
Oh my God. We saw a little bit of it here on the footage for a brief second, where it's like you have the Xi'an toilet version,
which is our sink, apparently.
Apparently that's a bit interesting. Sharing of things, but then you have the human toilet that pops out of the wall,
fully animated too.
Right.
Yeah,
this whole ship is fully animated. Like they said, you know what, this is a species that is very well known for the GravTech.
Right.
You said right there just now with the ramp, and it's all GravTech.
Yeah, the ramp, the elevator, the pilot's chair up into the cockpit, the armory. Yeah, it's all GravTech. Yeah, and the toilet. Who
all
doesn't want a
GravTech.
GravTech toilet? Come on.
I mean, as long as it pulls the poop down.
It's the new bidet.
You
gotta have it.
That's a good one. I like that reference. Yes, I like
Yeah.
that comparison. I'm sorry, that comparison.
Yeah.
So this is definitely well beyond anything that they've done design-wise for a ship.
Oh yeah.
And I think that it's based off of the Raylan.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the initial concept for the Raylan is certainly the inspiration for this. This is like the little brother to the Raylan, which I pledged the Raylan probably must have been about a year ago or so, and I've been so excited to see that thing come out, and obviously we're still waiting on it, but then they just dropped this on us, and it sounds like we're gonna get some more information on it, or possibly even see it as first day of the IAE drops, which should be actually just in a couple of hours from recording this.
That's right.
So yeah, we'll see. It's going to be very exciting.
This is, I mean, the ship. I mean, we can sit here and look at the ship. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, looking at the ship's design and color use, it looks like a rock.
I gotta say, I love the purple.
I know.
The purple HUD, it kills me. I love it.
Oh my! Well, I will say, and this is nothing against other ships, it's better than red.
Yes,
Okay.
it's much better than red. As much as I love my Prowler.
Right. Prowler has a whole unique beautifulness, but this purple HUD, purple lights, the marble aesthetic on the I don't want to say wings, but on the thrusters, the main thrusters.
Yeah.
There you can see on the front.
It looks like marbled
cool.
stone. It's amazing.
And you got like a stone aesthetic inside the hab portion of it, which is even like, it's very organic. Yeah. And it's absolutely, I mean, sit here all day and I can sit here and repeat how gorgeous this ship looks.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. And it looks extremely agile. Like it doesn't look like it's it's not a flying rock, even though it looks like a flying rock.
Right. It's a flying star.
It's a flying star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's a rock-shaped star.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
I can't wait to make a Star's End video on this ship. I think it's gonna be pretty unique.
Glorious. I think that would be a good fit.
Yeah.
Honestly, the ship is it's made for your Star's End videos, by the way.
Yeah.
But going back on its agility, this thing, if I saw that correctly, 24, and they said this too in the video, was 24 maneuvering thrusters.
Yeah.
That's the most any starter ship has.
Yeah, six main, 3 retro, and 24 maneuvering thrusters. I want to say that's almost double what any other comparable ship of its size. Yeah. I mean, depending on how they're angled, but
depending on how they're angled, this thing is wow. And we haven't even touched on the whole. We briefly touched on it. Was the monolithic design, which you said, and they said even, it's very vertical. Even right here, you can see it's very vertical. It's supposed to be towering over you. Right. It's supposed to be majestic in a way. It's supposed to bring awe, and it surely does. And granted, I think the only thing we're going to see people really having some trouble with is that it's a vertical takeoff. Like, you're literally going to be sitting in this chair in the glass facing up at the sky when you get into the pilot seat, and when you go forward, it's gonna go, well, in your eyes, forward, which is depending on somebody else's relative position.
I've been wanting a vertical takeoff ship for such a long time. You know how big of a fan of I am of the Rocinante from The Expanse. Like, I love the idea of a vertical takeoff ship. So to finally see one kind of coming in concept, making its way to the game, I'm all about it, man.
Well, and this is their chance to do it. This is the perfect time to do it with this ship. This was their opportunity to go beyond what we have considered normal.
Absolutely.
For a ship, and they've done a tremendous job. It's absolutely a gorgeous ship. The idea of a vertical takeoff is so alluring and quite unique. especially first. Oh, see that? Okay, coming back. Do you see the bed? Did you see the bed there? Did you see the rock? Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted. That's so gorgeous to me.
Yeah.
Oh, so
It
gorgeous.
really
The
makes it
lighting.
it feel like it's built into a cave.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And I oh my goodness. This okay. This might become, for me, in all sense and purpose, depending on when this comes out, um, I might just change my starter ship, because I always keep at least one starter ship in my lineup of ships.
Honestly, I'm
This might
very
become the new
tempted.
one.
I'm very tempted.
So am I. Right. I don't know how they say this over and over again, and I really shouldn't. It's one of those ships, like, as of right now, this is a very unique ship. I want it in my lineup badly, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah,
Having
definitely.
spent so much time together in this game, this is yep. This would be my new starter.
Yeah, this is certainly one of the most unique things we've seen by a landslide, and it's very exciting. You know, and one could only hope that they make the Syulen the loaner ship for the Raylan. So, you know, if you're pledged to the Raylan, maybe you'll get to fly this thing for a little
maybe
while.
Get this is something else. Hopefully.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
this looks awesome.
yeah, really does.
And I cannot wait to get a chance to actually fly it. What I didn't catch is, did they say this was going to be available during IE?
They have not stated anything about that. I think we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's killing me.
They showed us the video, and they're like, here's the cheese on the end of the string. Come get it.
Well, and it's such a visual showcase. Like, what they're showing us makes it look like the ship is done and ready to be flyable, but we have no idea if that's their intention or not.
I mean, there's background things, right? There's always like building the ship is one thing. Obviously, they had done that. That part's done. Now making it interact with the rest of the world correctly, that's a whole different story.
Right.
You could even tell when they were talking about it, like, hey, this was a great ship. Now it's up to the other teams to actually make it work within the existing environment.
Yeah, they did make it sound like there was a couple of challenges they needed to overcome. So it probably will be a little while before we actually see it in game. But
I'm sure it flies, sure it moves. I'm sure it's done. It's just now
essentially getting a polishing pass.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the programming, it's the software, it's the coding, it's all that.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, I think that's probably what kills us the most with these new ships. It's not hard. I mean, whoa, let me back up. It is hard. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of work to build a ship this detailed, this beautiful looking. And a lot of the other ships, especially recent ships in years, have been very beautiful and exquisite, and there's a lot of time and effort put into them, but that doesn't take into account all the time and effort it takes for them just to make them fit into this world, into this universe, when it comes to coding, obviously. So this is, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this to come out. This is going to be so much fun. I'm sure we're going to see thousands of these flying in the universe when it does.
Oh yeah, I you know, I've been looking at the subreddits and everything, and the community as a whole seems to be very excited about this ship. As am I, as are you, as are we all. These are exciting times that we live in.
I can't say that's unique that I'm excited. I'm always excited for new ships.
Anytime there's a new ship, even with the Spirit series, the Spirit ships, I was like, oh, okay, hey, it's finally we get a Crusader starter ship, and then I saw the release of it, and I was like, I guess it doesn't look that interesting. I don't know. And then I got in one in person. I was like, this is a great ship. I love this thing.
You saw my reaction when I first saw yours. I was like, oh my god, this ship is beautiful.
Yep.
But that's a different beautiful than this, obviously. But yes. I'm always getting excited with new ships. Well, now, especially now lately, because now we're getting ships that they make sense. They make sense. Yeah. They're built to make sense.
Absolutely. And it seems like they're ramping up production. You know, they're over the last probably 2 years, there have been so many things that development teams have had to be focusing on. It looks like they're shifting a lot of people back over into ship development. As more projects that have been had to be focused on, they're starting to wrap up or have been wrapping up, so they're finally getting around to putting out some more of these ships that we've been looking forward to for a while, or the ones that, you know, this was kind of a surprise that was dropped on us like last week.
I know.
Yeah. So
one can only hope.
One can only
hope.
Absolutely. Well, all that to say, I'm excited. You are excited. We are all excited. Can't wait to see what happens at the International Aerospace Expo. Any final thoughts?
I'll be there. You'll be there.
Oh, I'll be there. Yeah, don't you worry.
Gotta try some stuff out, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna rent every ship.
Retail therapy.
All right, everybody. See you in the verse.
See ya.